I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which root great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. All right, so this is the verse of the day for Sunday, July 6, 2025, the year that we hope for judgment, the destruction of the oppressor, the destruction, that was Satan, made me slip, because I had another thought of another verse at the same time, and that devil squeezed in there and made me slip with my speech. Yahweh Shemi Yashai, forgive me. All right, so the year of judgment that we hope in 2025, meaning the destruction of the oppressor and the release of the oppressed. The oppressed are the Israelites. The oppressor is the Edomites and the other nations that are confederate with Esau here in Babylon the Great. It says in Psalm 8 verse 9, O Yahweh our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. All right, and understanding that his name is so excellent, that means we should submit to his excellency. It says in James 4, verse 7, it says, I'll start at 6, it says, but he giveth more grace, more instruction, and more, he increases you, all right? Because grace, another way of seeing grace, because we always use, when you're short on your rent, you get 3 days to pay it. And the 3 days isn't for you to go blow your money. It's for you to follow the instruction and get the money. All right. So just like that, when you're a student, you receive grace in learning. All right. Meaning you're able to get away with so much. All right. But eventually you have to start taking responsibility of what you are doing. You gotta mature and be a man in this truth and take responsibility for what you're saying and what you're doing, right? That's why the apostle of the heart always says that you're supposed to be at a certain level to teach in this truth, right? It says, wherefore he saith, our power resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble, right? Because you're willing. You have submitted yourself. So you're willing to receive the instruction, and that's what the Lord's looking for. Israelites willing to receive his instruction. Because the ones that are going to be in the lake of fire, they're going to be saying, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Why didn't I listen to the instruction? Submit yourselves, therefore, to our power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. All right, so the devil, he's going to try to tempt you. And Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has an experiment that he's going to bring forth an implantable microchip. And he's going to try to deceive you into receiving it so he could condemn you. But for them that are in Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, and not after the flesh, but after the spirit, the Lord is going to preserve us from that hour of temptation. It says, draw nigh to Yahweh through his son Yahushai, which he has elect men on the earth that he's dealing with, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, you Israelites, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded, which it tells you that if you believe in Yahushai's return, you're going to purifieth yourself as he is pure. All right? So this is Hebrews 8:1. It says, verse 1, now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such an high priest, which is Yahushai, the son of Yahweh, who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty of the majesty in the heavens. He sits at the right hand of Yahweh. And our right hand is connected to Yahushai, which joins us to Yahweh. a minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle, which the Lord pitched, and not man. All right, so really the Lord's dealing with a minister of the sanctuary. So Yahushua is being moved through these men, not by, but through these men, by the power of Yahweh in the Spirit, and of the true tabernacle, which the Lord pitched, and not man, which it tells you in Revelation 21 and 3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself through his son Yahushua shall be with them and be their power. So we have a power to prophesy, and that's from heaven. All right? So, in fact, let me get John 17 and 22. I know we'll read 23. It says, I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me, and hast loved them as thou hast loved me, which he's going to make everyone eventually submit unto his elect, all right? And his elect are abiding in the word, and that's why they want to persecute us, because of this word. It says in John 15 and 3, I saw that 1, it says, I am the true vine, which he's the tree of life, and my Father is the husbandman. Yahweh is the one that gave Israel Yahushua. Every branch in me that beareth fruit, and every branch in me that beareth not fruit, so these are Israelites that don't testify of the faith, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, so every Israelite man that testifies, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. So he takes things away from you so that you could produce more fruit. All right. So the one that is not producing no fruit to feed the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's pretty much going to he's going to put them to death in their unfaithfulness. But them that serve Yahweh, he's going to spare us as a son that serveth him. All right. It says, abide in me and I in you. How? Through the word. Verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me and I in you. So let the word abide in you and you in the word. That's how it abides in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine, no more can ye except ye abide in me. And Yahushua has the title of being the word of Yahweh. Talking about he comes in the volume of the book. All right. The Spirit dwelleth with the word of Yahweh, which is the Holy Scriptures. All right. Once again, he's here in a spiritual form, but when he returns, he'll be, it's going to be physical. So you got figurative and literal, and it's figurative right now because we're talking about it. You got unbelievers, but the Lord is going to make it true. That's why he has also the title of being faithful and true, because he's going to fulfill these scriptures. All right. They're promises to the Israelites. And we have a sure word of prophecy because we have history to look at. It says in Hebrews 8 and 1, now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such an high priest who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens, a minister of the sanctuary, which he's ministering through us, and of the true tabernacle, the elect men, which the Lord pitched, and not man. So he don't dwell in buildings built by a man's hand. All right, he's in men. All right, the hands of the Lord are men, whether on the right hand or the left hand. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices, Wherefore it is of necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer. For if he were on earth, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law, which you had the Levites, who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses admonished of Yahweh through his son Yahushai when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mount, which the Lord, he made everything as a symbol, because originally to read, you read symbols, letters, right? They were symbols, okay, logos, all right? So the Lord, he gave us the Old Testament, which talks about the Ark of the Covenant, the tabernacle. All these things were symbolic of us in this generation and to what we were going to be in the kingdom of heaven. And when we return to the kingdom of heaven on earth, all right, the temple and pretty much the whole city that we build, all right, which we will be, we are the temple. We're going to be in the presence of the Lord, so we won't literally need a temple like we once had in the past. But the city that we will have, all right, is symbolic of who we are, the Israelite elect, with Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. That's literally what it is. All right. So I'll give you an example. Revelation 22, it says, and he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb. So this represents the truth flowing out of us. All right. It says, in the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which it tells you that the works of the righteous are a tree of life that bear fruit for the sheep of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, which bare 12 manner of fruits for the 12 tribes, and yielded her fruit every month, and the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations, talking about the Israelites ruling over the world. And there shall be no more curses, but the throne of our power, Yahweh and his son Yahushai, and of the Lamb, shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him, and they shall see his face, which will be in the presence of the Lord, because we'll have new bodies, and his name shall be in their foreheads, which we will be doing the work of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And there shall be no more night there, meaning confusion, and they need no candle to search the house, neither light of the sun, talking about the ability to go out and search for the hopeful elect, all right, because we're all going to be in our rightful mind, in our rightful state, in the presence of our righteous power, Yahweh, and his son, Yahushai, our holy Savior. It says, and they shall reign forever and ever. All right. So we're going to build the kingdom in the image of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai and the elect. What did Moses build? The Ark of the Covenant and the tabernacle in the image of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Even the covering, the tabernacle, the cloth that the Lord commanded them to use was all symbolic of the characteristics of Yahweh, son Yahushai, and his elect men. All right, it's all symbolic. Even the women are in the image of the tabernacle. The ones that join themselves to us, Isaiah 4:1, they're actually in the decoration of the tabernacle. In the Ark of the Covenant. It was an image representing us serving Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And this time, And in the future, once again, when we go back to the kingdom of heaven, all right, you're going to have symbolism of us with Yahweh Shai, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And we're going to be in the presence of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? I was thinking of one part that came to me. Let me see if it brings it back. Yep. Thank you, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right here. So it says in Revelation 21:12, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel. It says, and the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb, of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. See, so the Lord's going to have our kingdom built in precious stone, and different layers of stone is going to represent an apostle, all right? The 12 apostles. Then the 12 gates that are going to be in our wall is going to represent for the 12 tribes of Israel. You see? So this is how the city was built in the past, and this is how the city will be built in the future, but at a more excellent state. All right? Because of what Yahweh Shai did for the Israelites by obeying his father's command, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why we give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Ha-Rakak Qudash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well in Shalom, to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom Ma'abab.